I'm back with you for Odds Checker previewing the PGA Championship. Don't forget, check the Odds Checker webpage, YouTube page. My full video with my outright selections for the PGA Championship was already posted. Give that a look. Now we're going to break down some props that I do like for the week, and I have decided to attack the top 10 market for the PGA Championship over at Harding Park. I started this, it's even in my notes. I was going to tout betting Tiger Woods to miss the cut, plus 200. I don't know. I don't have the stomach to do it. He's mentioning he's lacking a range of motion. The cold weather. He's only played once since the return. There's a lot of factors setting up against Tiger. The plus 200 over at Bet365 is a really attractive number, especially if you shop it on the market. I just can't do it. The boy in me wouldn't appreciate it. I don't want to pick on Tiger Woods. Part of me hopes, if he wins and it becomes a Disney movie, I'll cheer, I'll cry, I'll be happy as anybody, even if I lost a couple bets. But I'm not picking on him to falter and miss the cut. In the perfect world, I'd love him to get in on the numbers so he could be part of the early coverage. All right, that's my take on Tiger Woods. I guess you need one. It's a major. I'm not feeling great about it, but hopefully he shocks me. Moving on to bets I'm actually going to make, guys. I'm going to make these. Collin Morikawa, top 10. You could find the plus 350 over at 888 Sport. He's got a win this season. He's got a second place this season. He's probably got the most knowledge of the layout and how these greens could operate more so than anybody in the field, being the Cal product. The Cali kid, the University of Cal product, could be familiar with the property more so than anyone else. I would have confidence in him if there wasn't that sort of tie-in. You wish he maybe hit it a tad bit longer, but his dominance with long irons gives you little concern, and being able to rein it in while being incredibly accurate off the tee sets up perfectly, as I discussed in my outright video. So I got no problem going to the window with Collin, guys. And I would argue the lack of gallery spectators, that could work in his favor. A major with maybe a little bit of expectation based off his current form in a place close to home, family and friends. It would be, to have 50, 100 family and friends walking with you at a major championship could be, something that could work as a negative. I think that not being part of the week while still having the course knowledge and familiarity with, his surroundings just works as a benefit. Collin Morikawa, plus 350, top 10. I expect him to keep pace all week, guys. Tony Finau, plus 450, top 10. I'm not picking him to win. You can't hate on me. He hits it a mile. He struggled with the irons last week, but everything Tony Finau does is essentially made for this golf course. Even if he falls off the pace, we've seen Tony have great weekends, great Sundays to get some of those amazing finishes in majors that, made him such an attractive player to all of us for so long. We want the breakthrough to happen so bad. Will all his golf fans maybe be smiling if it does, but I'm going to bank on the top 10 and him finding his way in there. There is a plus 450 at Unibet for Finau, while 380 is rocking the points bet on the plus 380 from PointsBet on the low end, so it's always important to shop. Even if the discrepancies are much smaller than they could be in outright markets, we want every dollar we can get. I don't need a hard sell Finau. I'm not asking him to win. You guys know what he's capable of, and that's quality finishes and placing well and making Ryder Cup teams, President's Cup teams. Okay, guys, EVR to top 10, 12 to 1, plus 1,200, bet 365. It's as low as 10 to 1 on Sugar House. EVR broke everyone's heart in Minnesota, so there's a bit of a bad taste maybe in your mouth about Erik Van Rooyen, but this guy has torn it up on the European Tour, and his best finishes in his career are these big events. He had a third at the WGC Mexico. I wanted to say he had a top 20 in Memphis just a week ago, so he's recovered from Minnesota, clearly. He had a T8 in the PGA last year, and in 2 U.S. Open runs, he's had a T17 and a T20. If you want to back the T20 at the top 20 at plus 500 at Bet365, I can get in on that with you too, friends. We could do that one together also. But the 12 to 1 for the top 10, this guy 26th on tour in strokes gained, tee to green. He can handle this sort of layout. It's weird, you know, a guy like Kevin Kisner plots along. Guys that hit it and can do what Erik Van Rooyen does, you don't really say they plot along, but sort of like in a Collin Morikawa way, he can plot along on this golf course. Fairways, greens and rag, hope you make a couple rolls, but this is a guy that seems to play best on hard setups in the biggest events in North America. So I'll go to the window with Erik on this one for the week. At that top 12, at the T10 plus 1200, Bet365. That's the best line on that. I've given you his track record. People might be afraid of him from Minnesota. It doesn't bother me one bit. I think this sets up very well for EVR. I'm Geoff Fienberg. Catch me again next week. May the winners be yours this week, friends.